everyone, and welcome to another episode of Living Well-Uintah Basin, where success is defined by you. This week we had a great time. On Beyond the Couch, we're going to take you to the rec center and introduce you to the world of spinning. And then on our Dish by Dish, we're going to show you some appetizers that you guys can take to your upcoming Super Bowl party. On your way, Mark was able to go out and do some cross-country skiing. It was a lot of fun, and we're really excited to show you what we have in store. So let's get going.
Living Well-Uintah Basin, presented by Ashley Regional Medical Center. Also made possible by Anadarko and Uintah Recreation District. Living Well Beyond the Couch.
Biking is a sport that a lot of people in the basin have fallen in love with. But this time of year, with the negative temperatures, the icy roads, it's just not an option to get out on your bike. Today I'm at the rec center with Martha. She's a spin instructor here, and she's going to tell us a little bit about spinning today. So Martha, why spin?
Well, it's a nice low impact high cardio class. It's a nice alternative. It's good for every fitness level, whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced. You can modify your workout. You can add whatever you need to add your resistance level. And it's great because you can keep your biking and your spinning going when it's cold outside and you don't have options to run outside.
Well, and I think that's the thing. A lot of people are really into triathlons, century rides, all that kind of stuff. And being able to come and do this, it keeps their bike legs in shape. Yes. And when they hit the bike in the spring, they're not dead.
Yeah,
they're ready to go.
Yeah, it keeps your heart rate up. It keeps you're burning calories at a fast rate. You usually burn on average about 100 calories every 10 minutes.
Wow.
So an hour spin class, you're on average burning 600 calories.
That's great.
And it's great for people that have any sort of sports injuries. It's really low impact, even though it's high cardio, so it's good for your knees, your ankles, your joints, which some other high cardio sports aren't, like running and jumping. So it's a nice alternative.
I think a lot of people are intimidated to come and do spin. I know I'm a little bit nervous about being here in your class today, so I'm going to join her class today.
I get that a lot, and that's why I tell everybody it's really for every level, If you're a beginner, you don't have to add when I say add. I give you all of your options. There's options of standing and hovering and sitting. There's different options of climbing. You choose your fitness level. Every bike is a little different. Every person is a little bit different. So randomly throughout a class, I'll tell you where I am on a level of 1 to 10. If I'm at a 6, then I'll say you can be between a 5 and a 6, and then you modify your workout according to you.
Well, and the nice thing is, like with some aerobic classes, everybody sees what you're doing, but with the biking, like you said, you set your resistance at what you want.
Yes.
And
if
do
you
what you
add,
can do.
Nobody knows if you're adding a full twist, a quarter twist, a half a twist. It's completely up to you on your fitness level.
Okay. When do they offer the classes here at the rec center for those that want to come and do a class?
They have several, and you can go on to the website, the Uintah Rec website. I think it's uintahrecreation.org. Okay. And they have both spinning and aerobics schedules. But they have a couple 5:30 in the morning classes, a few 8:15 classes, some 9:30 a.m. classes, and I believe some 6 p.m. classes. So there's generally a class almost every day of the week.
And for those that can't come to a class, I mean, are these spin bikes open for people to be able to come and spin?
They don't let you use the equipment because
the stereo and stuff like that.
But you're more than welcome to come in and just use the bikes, the equipment in here, and use your iPods.
Well, the nice thing about a class is if you come, you're going to be motivated by those around you. Yeah. You're going to have an instructor that's going to
help guide
push
you through it. Yeah.
So if you can get to a class, if not, even if you can just come spin on the bikes, it's a great way to get off the couch this winter. And thanks so much I'm going to join your class if that's okay. And you'll probably come in the ground, but let's do it.
Let's do this.
All right.
Living Well, Dish by Dish.
The Super Bowl is the most watched sporting event of the year. Aside from the TV commercials and the final score, the most anticipated part of the day is the food. Kindy is here today to show us some things that we can make for our Super Bowl party. So Kindy, you've got some chicken wings that you're gonna show us today, right?
Yes, our family loves these chicken wings. It's buffalo chicken wings, And the breading for, just grab some chicken wings, and the breading is with flour, paprika, cayenne pepper, and salt. You coat the wings, and then the trick to get the breading to stay on the chicken wings and to make it crispy is to refrigerate it for 90 minutes.
Okay, I was gonna ask that because I never can get my stuff to stay
I
breaded.
have tried to cut corners because I've been in a hurry and it doesn't work.
Okay, 90 minutes in the fridge.
60 to 90 minutes is the trick. So once you've refrigerated them, then you can fry them. I prefer to fry them. It's the fattier way. And then
And the better way sometimes. Not the healthiest,
but some people like to bake them. And one of my friends puts them on a pan so that the grease drips out. But anyway, so I fried these previously. And then if you want to grab the sauce for us. The buffalo sauce that I chose to put on it this time is Sweet Baby Ray's hot wing sauce with butter and pepper if you just want to coat them.
Oh, you want me to coat them?
Oh, go ahead.
Yay,
Just coat them, just pour it in.
So you just pour it all over,
Yep.
it doesn't matter. All right. And you were saying you can do this with the chicken wings, or you can just do like chicken
I use
nuggets.
chicken strips and chicken nuggets also because I don't like bones in the meat. So I make some for my husband and some for the rest of the family in just normal chicken strip fashion. Okay, so the funnest part and the best is to coat it. You just
Oh
give
yeah,
it a
because I
little
didn't coat it
shake.
that good. So.
and
then
that
it
way
covers.
It covers it, and you can still have some to dip in.
Great.
But so anyways, and
So they're ready to serve now.
These are ready to serve.
No
Yep.
baking or anything. They're done.
They're done.
It's pretty easy. So.
And then another fun appetizer that we like at our house is this Parmesan rolls. Sometimes if I do the dough and if I think about it, I like to form them into breadsticks because that's more of an appetizer.
So you make your own dough, is what you're saying?
Yes.
But
Well,
you could do rolled rolls, or
Yeah.
for those of us that don't bake our own bread.
I do rolled rolls sometimes.
Okay, all right.
So the fun thing with this is, well, the trick to make them big and fluffy is let them raise half as big as you want them, and then the rest of it goes in the oven. So you cook the rolls, and then melt the butter.
And then you do that right out of the oven.
When
so
they're
it's hot
fresh.
Okay.
And then sprinkle grated Parmesan cheese on it. So it has two different kinds of Parmesan, and then they get all gooey and they're so good.
Now you had another appetizer that you didn't bring, but it's another fun one, and she's going to share the recipe on our website of this one, but tell us a little bit about that one.
It's a really fun jalapeno popper, and so it's made out of the wonton wrappers with cream cheese and jalapenos and cheddar cheese sliced up and diced really nice, and then you'd squish them in and fry those too.
All right. So once again, we didn't show that, but we're going to have a recipe for that on our website. So just some fun things you can do. It just, besides the traditional bag of chips or whatever, some fun things you can take and have your Super Bowl party be a success. So Kendi, thank you so much for coming today and sharing these ideas with us, and enjoy that Super Bowl.
When running during these dark winter months in the early morning and late evening, always choose a route that you have already run at least a couple of times in the daylight. This will help you know where to avoid potential injuries and other hazards during your run.
Living well, your way.
Hello everyone, welcome to Living Well Your Way. With me today is Steve Hershey, a local guy, right Steve?
That's correct.
Yeah, from Vernal. And Steve, you've been into fitness your whole life. You said you had a stint in the military, right? Mm-hmm. And the military has fairly regimented fitness requirements, don't they?
Well, if you don't get fit, you get kicked out eventually.
Yeah, so your job depends on whether you can pass, what is it, the PFT, is that what
That's
they call it?
That's exactly right.
Yeah, so is that how you got into it? What's your primary fitness? What do you do? Is
I usually run. I prefer to run.
Right. So when it's 15 below, like it is right now, in the middle of January, how is running? How is that?
Well, running's not so bad. It's running on the ice that gets me a little worried.
Yes.
So I usually switch to cross-country skiing.
It's cross-country skiing. So you've got the cross-country skis. You go out, and how did you get into cross-country skis? Or what was the?
Well, the main reason was that when I had children, as when we lived in Salt Lake, the lift tickets got high. I couldn't afford it, and I certainly couldn't afford it for the rest of my kids.
Yeah.
So tried to find some kind of activity that we could get outside and get out in the forest and that wasn't really terribly expensive, and so cross-country ski popped up.
Yeah, cross-country ski. Yeah, so, obviously when you're talking about Salt Lake, Park City, these places, they have designated areas for cross-country skiing, Vernal, to my knowledge, doesn't.
No, well, there are a few trails I know of up on the forest, but the thing I think that attracted me was that I kind of hate crowds. That's probably why I live in Vernal.
Yeah. So there are trails. They do have some trails that they take snowmobiles and they drag the tracks behind it, so you have the two tracks that makes it easy to cross-country ski. But here in the city, and I've seen a few people out. One of the things I noticed when I lived next to you is the coldest day of the year, and there goes Steve skiing up the canal road.
Yeah, that's right. I get out in the wintertime. I get on the scale and I see those pounds increasing, and try to tighten my belt up and notice that I have to go to the next longer hole, and so that's another reason I got out cross-country skiing.
Right, and I heard you mention kids too, and that's
Yes.
one of the things that we love here, at the Mason House is we've got to get our kids active. Too much of the iPods, too much of the Xboxes,
Oh, yes.
but that's a sport that even the kids can enjoy.
Well, my 4-year-old grandson, we took him up a couple of years ago. It took him about 15 minutes to kind of get the basic hang of it.
Yeah.
And it was tough to hold him back.
Yeah. Well, generally the younger ones do better than us older guys, right?
That's
So-
correct.
And then you talk about when you're running a lot, and in a lot of these high-impact sports, you need a change of pace. They call it cross training,
Right.
and this is a very low-impact, all-body workout. You got your poles here, and when you're in a deep powder, sometimes I'll get done with a round of cross-country skiing, and my shoulders hurt worse than my legs do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in pretty good shape sometimes towards the end of the fall. It hasn't been the case the last couple of years, but then I get out cross-country skiing, and I tell you what, probably 50, 75 yards, I'm going, gee whiz, I need to do this more.
Yeah, and even on a cold, negative 15 degree day like today, 2 minutes in and you don't even notice the cold, right?
Oh no, that's the only thing you have to worry about is keeping your hands warm.
Yeah.
I usually I'm pretty much dressed the way I cross-country ski in any temperature, and this thing comes off really quick.
Yeah, you just take
Tied
layers
around my waist, yeah.
Well, and then like you say, you get out and you're out there by yourself and you're enjoying nature on a beautiful day like today, even though a lot of people think, these days in January aren't that beautiful. But, well, I enjoy this sport. I'm glad that you were able to come with me and show these guys what a little bit of a change of pace, a curveball, so to speak, to throw at winter, to keep your fitness level up. Let's go show them some of the things that we can do on cross-country skis. If you're looking for a great activity, cross-country skiing is a way to do it. And Steve, would you say it's an expensive sport to get into?
No, I think I probably bought a little high end the last time I bought, and I think $300 would be about the max. And
Yeah.
If you look for sales, especially come towards the first part of February or so, you can get into stuff pretty dang cheap. In fact, I think my first outfit I bought at Kmart for $40, and that included everything.
Right, and there's something that you can do for several months in the year. You could do it in your own backyard, just make a loop around the backyard, or find a canal road, or even the golf course. That's a great place. I've gone down there several times.
Yeah, that's true.
But looking for something to do to live well your way, cross-country skiing is a great change of pace here in the wintertime. Thanks for joining us, folks. Thanks, Steve.
Once again, we want to thank you for joining our show today. As a few reminders, if you do go to a spin class, you're going to want to take a towel and some water. I'm sure glad I had mine. Also, those recipes that we showed you today can be found on our website. And as another reminder, if you guys have an idea, please let us know. We want to hear from you. We want to thank our sponsors. Without you, the show is not possible. And until next time, live well, Uintah Basin.